Start now, you are live.
Okay, I think recording it.
Yes, I saw also recording.
Yeah. Okay. Dear students, today we are going to discuss the rest of the income tax related filing of the returns, e-filing system. And today we will discuss PAN related e-filing related to the PAN as well as the TDS and related matter. TCS is the similar to the TDS. And the practically what happens in my last classes, few areas I utilize my PAN and shown you the different activities how to perform in addition to video clips. And today in the discussion, I will utilize the video clips related to the PAN, but the related to the TDS, most of the video clips are not related to the income tax department. One or two I will show you, but the return preparatory utility which is available in the side, so that we can discuss in detail, and it is very clearly visible. And practically how to download that I will show you, but I cannot do more activities in that. The reason is the TAN number is required, the deductive PAN number is required, and the challan number is required. Challan actually you deposited, so this we cannot do it instantly performing. But that whatever we are going to discuss, I hope that will give a lot of input to you. You yourself can download and do it also. There is no issue at all. Let us first we can go to the portal. Already we discussed that we have a incometaxindia.gov.in, but at the same time we can also go to uh, just 1 minute. We can go to the portal where the TDS and PAN related issues are dealt with. Friends, it is a NSDL e-governance, and that has been now known as the Protein. And previously the website was different. Just you see here, www.protein hyphen tinpan and .com. Now it has been changed to the proteintech.in. So accordingly, proteintech.in, if we enter, just to see, it will show you the continue. And in that case, it is also that is some related matter it is giving. Let us continue it. It has given one pop-up is coming, which it clearly shows that actually what happens in the case of a TDS return. We will discuss what is TDS. Let us first discuss. As per the syllabus, the how to e-file the TDS return and related matter is there. But before going forward for that, you know that the income tax, as per the provisions of Income Tax Act, it provides the deduction of a tax at source by the payer on certain payments. So not all payments, while the payer means the person who is making payment to the another person known as the payee. So in that case, the payer is required to deduct the tax at source. Means from the payment they will deduct the tax at the rate prescribed on the Income Tax Act, which is usually changed from year to year in the budget itself, when budget is placed, and deposit in the government treasury. And once they deposited in the government treasury, so they will issue a TDS certificate, file the TDS return. The moment the TDS return is filed, the same amount is credited to your AIS, annual information statement, and TIS, tax information statements, etc., as well as Form 26AS. So this amount which is deducted by the payer is nothing. It is the tax or advance tax which will be reduced from your tax payable. Take one example, the salary. The employer is the payer and making the payment to the employee. So while making payment to the employee, will deduct the tax, deposit in the government treasury, will file the form. There is a return form is there, 24Q quarterly to be filed. The moment it is filed, the tax whatever deducted from your account will be reflected in your 26 AS and AIS and or the TIS, and that credit will be shown, and while you are going to file your ITR 1, 2 or 3 as applicable, so that will be shown in the statement. You might have seen when I was making presentation to you, it is showing as a reduction, it is showing as tax already paid under TDS, under TCS, under self-assessment tax, means the tax which you deposited, balance tax payable. So it will be the functioning like this. Friends, we have 23 sections, actually 23 cases or 23 payment cases where the TDS is deducted. All cases, the amount which is paid to the payee may not be the income. Let you take, there is one provision 194N where the TDS is deducted on cash deposits. So any person depositing the cash exceeding certain limit, then the TDS will be deducted, and that will be deposited. So only to capture the transaction, but it is not an income the person who is depositing. So he can take the credit, but that income is not required to be reflected. But in any other cases, let salary cases, take the example, contractor cases, the amount which is paid is your income as a contractor or as a salary employee, and that amount is subject to the tax, and this TDS will be reduced. So we have 33 payments, actually the TDS 33, and out of 33 payments, 33 type of a category of payment, 18 category, 24 category are related to the non-resident. So 18 categories is common. So both resident, non-resident are covered under that category. And the TCS case, 9 cases, the TCS is required to be deducted. And once you deducted, you are required to file the return, that is on an annual return, and sorry, quarterly return or the annual return, both also. In case of salary, it is quarterly. 24Q is the salary, 26Q is the other than salary, 27Q is the non-resident other than salary to whom the payment made is salary, because any payment made to the non-resident will be taxable under 195. Sorry, TDS will be deducted under 195, but salary payment TDS will be deducted under 192. But all other payment will be covered 195. So that's why 27Q is to be filed. 27EQ is the format which will be filed in case of a TCS, tax collection or source. And you must be a TAN registered person. So first is you must be a registered person, and here you see what are the services are available. So once you registered in the income tax department portal, then what will happen? Actually, the portal which is available, just 1 minute, I think this is not there. This trace portal is there where you have to register. Just to see, I think trace portal I have not shown to you, but that is a, just 1 minute. I'm just adding another portal which you can also see. Just I'm adding it so that you can also see it. This is your trace portal, just to see. So in this case, this case, you can log in, but I do not have any ID, so I cannot log in it. You have to register here. So just like a tax deductor number, it should be there, but in my case, it is not there. I cannot go. So you can this portal you can access as a deductor, as a taxpayer. You can as a taxpayer also you can accept it. But again, it is required the your registration, and I cannot do the registration here. Once you registered, normal procedure whatever we have seen in the income tax, then you can access it and get this type of information. You see here registration and login. There is one there, and but registration login I cannot do it. The reason already I told you. So in that case, trace will not help to us. But once you become a registered person, then we can also go for filing different activities, PAN related and TDS related in that portal. So let us, I am accessing to the my previous one which I was showing to you, and just 1 minute. So this portal where different services are available. Let us first see your PAN services. You can apply for a new PAN, or online verification of PAN services also available. I'm not going first to online services. Let us also then you can have ETDS, TCS, where you can go for the filing of your return. Your TAN is there, tax deduction account number, online AI registration, e-intermediary, annual information return, e-payment of tax, status of a tax refund, and challan status inquiry. So what will happen from this portal? We will utilize the PAN, online PAN verification. Online PAN I will show you, but PAN related we will discuss. ETDS will discuss, and e-payment tax already we discussed the same pattern as in case of income tax. Challan status inquiry also we can go for the purpose. Okay, and if you go to the download, so these facilities are there. These forms are there. Online PAN verification is there. PAN is there, and FAQ section will give you a lot of information about the PAN, about etc. So we will limit to our cases related to the PAN. How to apply for the PAN? I will use some video clips because that will be more easily available to you. You can go for the also. There is a teen facilitation center. PAN centers are there. PAN service centers are there, and you can go online yourself, or you can also take the help of certain persons. And here, because the time will be short, whatever I am covering, not going for detailed discussion, you open the teenpan.proteintech.in and also go through, read these things also. That is very much helpful. If you are applying for a PAN, permanent account number, and you are resident, 49A form is to be required. And if you are let you take you are not a resident, a non-resident, 49A AA is required to be filled up. And actually all the cases you will find the booklet is available, guideline is there. There is a detailed guideline is there. You just see the detailed guideline is there. Step for online application. It is very easy process. You can go through payment, how to make the payment of the tax. These are the online process are there. I will give some video clips that will show you, but I am showing for your theory purpose, for having an understanding for the purpose. You can go through it also, read it. Okay. And when we are talking about to apply online, here also you can make application. I am going to the resident case. Let now apply for. If you go apply for, you see online PAN application, you can go for, and you require to fill up it. So you have to require the select PAN applicant type. So it will show you new PAN Indian citizen, new PAN foreign citizen, change or correction of existing PAN. There is also possibility once you have done PAN, you can also make correction. So these are the types it will show you. Select the applicant category, what you are individual applying for PAN, or association person, body of individual, company, trust, limited liability. So all the assessee, the farm, government, Hindu undivided family, government also deducting tax also, government department, artificial judicial person, that will be filled up, because here you have your title, your name is there, your all the details will give. Then you have to make a tick. Then you will go for the online verification. Actually, the seconds, there are 3 steps are there: payment of tax, payment of deposit of fee, then it will be final one. So now you see what happens. That is a if you are missing, that's why I am not utilizing, because I cannot do, because I have a PAN. I cannot apply for a second PAN. So I may not in a position to show you, but for your kind information, just to see, You have a PAN, you can reprint the PAN also, you can download the ePAN also, you can know the status of the PAN application. By going through, you can know it. Because I have not applied, it will not give you all the details, because once you apply, the application type will be shown. So that's why practically, that's why to show you practically, just I wanted to tell what are the facilities are available, but practical to show you, we can also go for, sorry, it is overlapping actually, allowing. It's just 1 minute. The file has been overlapped. Yes. So just I'm going from the. So again, I logged actually because it is. So while I'm going through the PAN that I was talking about you, so that is required to be filled up all the details. So now what happens, rather I have shown you the portal facilities which are available. But for the purpose of how to apply, how to make the correction, how to download ePAN, all the things, how to change the PAN once you applied. So I'm applying some of the videos very quickly, keeping in time. I will go half an hour, all the videos I will show you. Then I will go to the tedious portion because it will take some time. So these facilities, I have only shown you. Just once again, you can see what are the facilities are available. From there, you can go and it has a theory. It is a utility also there, where you can also use your utility, where you can use your manual, we can say, where you can also understand the different steps, the provisions related, etc. But I cannot utilizing it because the I cannot go a duplicate PAN. I cannot also do it by using any others number to enter the TAN, because TAN is it is a very password protected of others. So I cannot do that. But my video, whatever I am going to show, it will give all the information to you. So let us first start with the few videos. So first, I am going to one portal for all PAN needs. So that I am showing. So quickly we will go.
Education series on online PAN services.
Madam, it is audible. Madam, anybody can confirm?
I'd like to apply for PAN.
Hello. Anybody can confirm? Hello? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Is it audible? Just check up. I'm checking. Tell me.
Yes, sir, it's audible.
Audible?
Yes,
Just-
sir.
Online without submitting any physical document to any agent or center.
Just 1 second. Just
I'd like to apply for PAN online without submitting any physical document to any agent or center. How do I do this? The answer is yes. You can apply online at Tax Information Network portal hosted by Protean eGov Technologies Limited on behalf of Income Tax Department. Protean, formerly known as NSDL E-Governance Infrastructure Limited, has facilitated a multi-mode and multi-user functionality in a single form. That is, whether you want new PAN card as Indian citizen, as a foreign citizen, or you just want to change and reprint the same PAN, or whether you want to opt for eKYC-based application, scan-based application, or paper-based application. In any of the above case, there is one solution. That is online PAN application. This application offers best user experience and great flexibility. Hence, it's used worldwide by internet-savvy users. Super fast and paperless, Aadhaar eKYC-based PAN application allows the user to have ePAN at the email ID within few hours. This facility uses the same photograph and address as on Aadhaar. The eSign mode allows you to upload your latest snap and signature. In case you don't want same snap that on Aadhaar. Can I use paperless facility even if my mobile number is not linked with Aadhaar? Or I'm a minor applicant? Or what if I'm a non-individual? The answer is no. Paperless option is not available here. Such applicants needs to choose paper-based option. Physical documents are to be sent directly to Protean at specified address. So, visit Protean online portal and get your PAN today. But before you proceed with actual form filling, we recommend that you watch our video on key guidelines for form filling.
the second one, just I'm showing the step by step will go how to apply online application. So what are the contents, how to build up. I was just showing you, but it was not practically possible to show everything because I cannot do it directly because of the. So you see here, just 1 minute. I'm linking. I'm linking this file. Just 1 minute. There are 5-6 files are there. I'm trying as much as I will continue to show you. That is how to get a PAN. So guideline for the online PAN application that you see.
We recommend that you watch our video of key guidelines for online PAN applicants. These guidelines will help you avoid mistakes while filling the form. Key guidelines for registration of the user for generation of token number. This step acts as a prerequisite for all types of PAN applications. For this, user needs to furnish few important user details. On successful submission of these details,
This I was showing in the first page. Exactly.
a token number is generated, which is also sent at the email ID of the applicant. After token generation, user can continue with completing the application. However, using this token number, email ID, and date of birth, user can re-log in and complete the application as per user's own convenient time. Key guidelines for selecting type of PAN application and category. If you are an Indian citizen, including non-residents, and no PAN is allotted to you earlier by ITD, then you should select Form 49A. If you are a foreign citizen and no PAN is allotted to you earlier by ITD, then you should select Form 49AA. If you are an existing PAN holder, and wish to update details or wish to reprint the PAN card, then you should select changes or correction in existing PAN data. To make correction or change in existing data, do not forget to tick on check boxes beside required field. For supporting documents to be submitted for major change in PAN data, visit our website www.tin-nsdl.com. Go to Apply Online option and click on Documents to be submitted under Change or Correction in PAN Data tab. While applying for new PAN, please be careful about selecting the category. The fourth character of PAN card denotes the category. So, if PAN is allotted with wrong category, user will not be able to use the same. Key guidelines for selecting mode of application. For faster allotment of PAN, user can select Submit digitally through eKYC and eSign paperless option. Under this mode, PAN will be allotted using Aadhaar data and no other data or documents will be required. However, if you want PAN card with latest photograph, signature and want it to be delivered at the address other than that on Aadhaar, then you should select Submit Scan Images through eSign mode. Under this mode, you will have a facility to upload latest photograph and signature. You will be asked to upload supporting documents for proof of identity, proof of address and proof of date of birth. The application will be digitally signed using Aadhaar eSign, and hence no physical documents are required even in this mode. When you select this mode, we recommend that you keep digital copy of your latest photograph, signature and supporting documents ready in required format and size and in one folder for hassle-free proceedings. The details about the specifications are covered in respective help video. Similarly, for eKYC as well as eSign mode, kindly make sure that your mobile is linked with Aadhaar. If you want to apply for PAN, for minor or for non-individual category, like HUF, Association of Person or Firm, etc., then you will have to opt for physical mode. For this mode, kindly go through Documents Required section on website www.tin-nsdl.com. For minor applicant, PAN application will be signed by representative assessee, that is RA. Provide details of representative assessee in required column with representative assessee's identity and address proof. In such cases, minor needs to submit only date of birth proof. For non-individual applicant, office address is required along with name of the office. More details about physical mode of application are available on our official website www.tin-nsdl.com. What care should user take to avoid any rejections? Please do not use abbreviations or initials in last name or first name. Initials are allowed only in middle name if appearing on Aadhaar. Let's go through the examples of how the name should be entered in the name field. The name Ravikant should be entered as. The name Suresh Dikshit should be entered as. The name Satyam Venkat M.K. Rao should be entered as. The name M.S. Kandaswamy, that is Madurai Soma Sudarshan Kandaswamy, should be entered as. Abbreviated name may be provided in the name to be printed on PAN card field. For example, the name Satyam Venkat M.K. Rao should be entered as. But, for name to be printed on the PAN card field, it can appear as Satyam Venkat M.K. Rao or S.V.M.K. Rao or Satyam V.M.K. Rao. Prefixes such as Dr., Kumar, Shri, major, etc. should not be entered in name fields. Name entered in name field should match with name appearing on proof of identity, proof of address, and date of birth documents furnished by user. Please make sure that the email ID entered is correct, so that user can receive updates and EPAN. If source of income is selected as salary or business profession, then office address is mandatory. If office address is selected as address for communication, then proof of office address should be submitted in addition to proof of residence address. Assessing officer code, that is AO code, is mandatory. For AO code help, refer to our website www.tin-nsdl.com.
Then so we'll go for the third one. New PAN in just 1 hour. How to get it? Just 1 minute.
Your email is your first online impression. Make it count.
I'm just linking the file, uploading the file.
With GoDaddy email, get a professional. Visit the website www.tin-nsdl.com. Under Quick Links, click on Online PAN Services. Click on Paperless PAN Application. On selecting desired option, you will see a form where you need to register and generate a token.
Just 1 minute, I think. Yes, it is okay.
This step acts as a prerequisite for all types of PAN applications. Here, for application type, select option New PAN, Indian Citizen Form 49A from the drop-down. Select appropriate category and title from the drop-down list. Enter last name or surname, enter first name, and enter middle name. Do watch our guidelines regarding name field. Select date of birth from drop-down or enter details. Enter the email ID and mobile number. Check the consent checkbox. By doing so, you agree that data submitted by you will be used for the purpose of PAN application. Enter the CAPTCHA code and click on Submit. On successful registration, token number will be generated. Same will be sent at the email ID of the applicant. Click on Continue with PAN application. Here, select Mode of application as Submit digitally through eKYC and e-Sign paperless option, which is selected by default. Similarly, select between Yes or No for whether physical PAN card is required. Here, remember that if you select No, then you will receive only digitally signed EPAN at the email ID given in your application. Enter last 4 digits of the Aadhaar carefully. If you are okay with the photograph in Aadhaar to be printed on the PAN card, then select Yes. If you select No, then a message to select other modes will appear. Name as per Aadhaar will be picked up automatically. Data captured on the registration page before generation of token will be auto-populated. Select the gender from the drop-down list. Under Parent Details section, provide father's name. Here, kindly note that father's name is mandatory and mother's name is optional. However, for cases where mother is a single parent, user can select single parent flag. If this flag is selected, then mother's name becomes mandatory and is also printed on card. Please make sure that your father's name or mother's name is correctly entered. Under contact details, select source of income. Residential address will be captured automatically from Aadhaar. Under telephone number and email ID details, select country code from the drop-down. Enter area or STD code. Telephone and email ID fields will be auto-filled. After this, you will be navigated to AO code, that is Assessing Officer Code section. Select state and city from the drop-down. Based on selection, relevant list of AO codes will be populated. Select your AO code from the list based on available information and click Next. After this, you will be navigated to Document Details section. Proof of identity, proof of address, proof of date of birth will be selected automatically. For declaration, select himself or herself from drop-down. Enter the place and click Submit. On successful submission of details, you will be navigated to confirmation screen. On the confirmation screen, you will be required to enter first 8 digits of Aadhaar and confirm details. For editing, select Edit button and you will be redirected to application pages for correcting details. Else, click Next and you will be redirected to Payment Gateway for making payment of application fees using various online payment options. On successful payment, you will be navigated to Authentication Portal. Click on Consent checkbox for providing consent for using Aadhaar details for the purpose of PAN application. Then proceed for eKYC authentication. On successful authentication, you will be navigated to eSign portal for digital signing of application. You will be required to re-enter same Aadhaar and provide consent for e-signing PAN application. Proceed for OTP authentication. On successful authentication, application will be digitally signed and digitally signed PDF will be displayed online. In this case, user gets the ePAN at the email ID within few hours.
Friends, the next one we will discuss, just 1 minute, how to apply online using eKYC for reprint of PAN card or update PAN data. How to update the PAN data.
Visit the website www.tin-nsdl.com. PAN application. The website www.tin-nsdl.com. Under Quick Links, click on Online PAN Services. Click on Paperless PAN application. On selecting desired option, you will see a form where you need to register and generate a token. This step acts as a prerequisite for all types of PAN applications. Here, for application type, select option Request for changes or correction in PAN data from the drop-down. Select appropriate category and title from the drop-down list. Enter last name or surname, enter first name, and enter middle name. Do what are guidelines regarding name field. Select date of birth from drop-down or enter details. Enter the email ID and mobile number. Select between yes or no for whether citizen of India. Enter the existing PAN number and check the consent checkbox. By doing so, you agree that data submitted by you will be used for the purpose of PAN application. Enter the CAPTCHA code and click on Submit. On successful registration, token number will be generated. Same will be sent at the email ID of the applicant. Click on Continue with PAN application. Here, select Mode of Application as Submit digitally through eKYC and e-Sign paperless option, which is selected by default. Similarly, select between Yes or No for whether physical PAN card is required. Here, remember that if you select No, then you will receive only digitally signed ePAN at the email ID given in your application. Your existing PAN number will be automatically captured from previous screen. Enter last 4 digits of the Aadhaar carefully. If you are okay with the photograph in Aadhaar to be printed on the PAN card, then select Yes. If you select No, then a message to select other modes will appear. To make correction or change in existing data, do not forget to tick on check boxes beside required field. Data captured on the registration page before generation of token will be auto-populated. Select the gender from the drop-down list. Under Parent Details section, provide father's name. Here, kindly note that father's name is mandatory and mother's name is optional. Please make sure that your father's name or mother's name is correctly entered. Under Contact Details, residential address will be captured automatically from Aadhaar. Under Telephone Number and Email ID Details, select Country Code from the drop-down. Enter area or STD code. Telephone and email ID fields will be auto-filled. Inadvertently, if other permanent account numbers are allotted to you, please mention them, else click Next. After this, you will be navigated to Document Details section. Proof of identity, proof of address, proof of date of birth will be selected automatically. For proof of PAN, select Copy of PAN from drop-down. For declaration, select himself or herself from drop-down. Enter number of documents enclosed, enter the place and click Submit. On successful submission of details, you will be navigated to confirmation screen. On the confirmation screen, you will be required to enter first 8 digits of Aadhaar and confirm details. For editing, select Edit button and you will be redirected to application pages for correcting details. Else, click Next and you will be redirected to Payment Gateway for making payment of application fees using various online payment options. On successful payment, you will be navigated to Authentication Portal. Click on Consent checkbox for providing consent for using Aadhaar details for the purpose of PAN application. Then proceed for eKYC authentication. On successful authentication, you will be navigated to eSign portal for digital signing of application. You will be required to re-enter same Aadhaar and provide consent for e-signing PAN application. Proceed for OTP authentication. On successful authentication, application will be digitally signed and digitally signed PDF will be displayed online. So, apply for PAN change request now from Protean online portal. Visit the website www.tin-nsdl.com. Under Quick Links, click on Online PAN Services. Click on Paperless PAN.
Next, I am going for discussion online facility, that is paper based, for reprint of PAN, update of PAN, and know who should use and how to use. And after that, we will switch over to the challan download, how to download the challan, how to make the correction of the challan. Then we will go to the TDS section for discussion. Just 1 minute, I am disconnecting. Stopping sharing. I think we'll change it because the similar type, only few difference is there. So you can also, I will share it to the, you can also see it. Will not repeat because time will not permit. So another facility which are available, that is the challan download. Actually, sometimes we deposited the money in the challan, TDS challan or TCS challan, and TDS challan, TCS challan, how to file will go. But again, I'm telling, before going for filing of the TDS TCS return, as already I told you, there are different forms has been used, but the return preparatory utility, a software which is available in the portal side will show how to download it. So in that that utility can be used for the payment of used for the filing of a TDS return for the salary in case of salary 24Q. It can be also used for 26Q, same common RPU, return preparatory utility. 27Q for the non-resident other than salary payments, and 27EQ for TCS, one utility, but all the category can be filed by taking to the different sections and different forms. And before going forward, actually before going for filing of the return of the TDS, but you are required to also deposit the money in the challan. That means TDS amount you have to deposit. Suppose I am the deductor, so I am filing the 24Q for the salary employees. So before going forward, I have to deposit the entire TDS for the month, whatever is there for the generally quarterly has to be filed, and that has been first deposited, and the deposit is the same as already we discussed, but the challan has been taken, and challan number, BSR code, that is very much required for the filing. But one point one can keep, sometimes we also committed a mistake for the while filling of the challan and making the payment. So wrongly sometimes we also incorporate different names, amount to in different places. Instead of penalty or interest, we can also put the tax like this. So 2 points we can discuss now by way of video clips. One is how to download challan where no correction is required. And second one is after downloading challan, if we found there is a mistake, then how to make the correction in the challan. So that we can discuss now.
video is on Challan Correction Service available on the e-filing portal. The Challan Correction Service is a new service which is available to all PAN users who are registered on the e-filing portal. With this service, a paid challan can be corrected on the e-filing portal for assessment year, tax applicable which is a major head, and the type of payment which is a minor head. Let us first see the prerequisites for availing the Challan Correction Service. Please note that the Challan correction request can only be submitted in the post-login mode. So therefore, you should be a registered PAN user on the e-filing portal. The challan which is to be corrected should not be consumed during processing, and the Challan correction request should not be pending with any other authority. Also, please note that the Challan Correction Service is presently available for challans pertaining to assessment year 2021 onwards. In case you wish to apply for challan correction pertaining to years prior to assessment year 2021, you are requested to approach the jurisdictional assessing officer. Also, please note that the challan correction request will be allowed only once on the e-filing portal for any submitted challan. If you wish to make further corrections in the challan, you are requested to approach the jurisdictional assessing officer. Challan correction request is only available for minor heads 100, that is advance tax, minor head 300, which is the self-assessment tax, and minor head 400, which is regular assessment tax for demand payment, and their corresponding major heads through the e-filing portal. Please submit challan correction request to the jurisdictional assessing officer for minor heads other than 100, 300, and 400. It is also important to note the time window for challan correction. So if you wish to change the major head, that is tax applicable on the e-filing portal, you can change it within 30 days of challan deposit date. For changing the minor head, that is the type of payment, the time that is allowed is 30 days of the challan deposit date. For changing assessment year for any particular challan, you can correct it within 7 days of the challan deposit date. Let us now see step by step how do we create a challan correction request. As this is a post-login service, you're first required to log into the e-filing portal using your valid user ID and password. If you are an individual user and your PAN is not linked with your Aadhaar, you will see a pop-up message that your PAN is made inoperative as it is not linked with Aadhaar. To link the PAN with Aadhaar, you can click on Link Now button, else you can click on Continue. On the dashboard, you can go on Services and then click Challan Correction. On the Challan Correction page, you can click the plus Create Challan Correction Request button to create a new challan correction request. You would be required to select the relevant attribute for challan correction, select the appropriate option and then click on Continue button. You would also be required to select the assessment year or the challan identification number for which the challan correction request is required to be raised. Post selection, click Continue to proceed. Once the relevant challan is selected, on the challan correction page, you can enter the correct challan attributes and then click on Continue button. Please verify the summary of changes, and if the changes are correctly updated, you can click on Continue button. You are now required to e-verify the challan correction request either using Aadhaar OTP, digital signature certificates, or e-verification code. Please refer to a video on how to e-verify to know more. Post e-verification, a success message will be displayed. You can click View Challan Correction Status to know the status of challan correction. Let us now see how do we check the status of challan correction request. Again, you are required to log into the e-filing portal using your valid user ID and password. Post login, again go to the Services tab and click on Challan Correction. You can view the details and check the status of challan correction request raised by you. The entire life cycle of the correction request is visible on the screen. It is also very important to answer some of the frequently asked questions on challan correction. The first question can be that can I file a challan correction request more than once, or can I correct a corrected challan? Please note that the challan correction request will be allowed only once on the e-filing portal for any submitted challan. If you wish to make any further corrections in the challan, you are requested to approach the jurisdictional assessing officer. There are 3 attributes of a challan which can be corrected on the e-filing portal. These are assessment year, major head, which is the tax applicable, and minor head, which is the type of payment. You would also be interested in knowing within how many days of challan deposit date can you correct the assessment year. Please note that the assessment year can be corrected within 7 days of challan deposit date. Similarly, if you wish to correct the major or the minor head, you get 30 days post the challan deposit date. Another question could be, can I correct challans deposited under minor head 500 and minor head 800? Please note, challan payment under minor head 500 and minor head 800 cannot be corrected and refunded. Conversely, if a challan payment for any minor head, for example minor head 500 for payment of PAN Aadhaar linking, is done inadvertently in minor heads 100, 200, 300 or 400, you can claim the refund of such wrongly paid challan by filing income tax return and claiming the same as refund. Challan correction has now become very easy. To know more, you may visit our website www.incometax.gov.in or contact our helpline numbers.
Friends, actually the TDS related challan correction, I could not find the videos or all our private videos. You can go through regarding the private videos. Then I will go for the, please wait. Now we will go for the discussion about the TDS related matter. Just I am disconnecting the video. Then we will go for the TDS related matter discussion. Friends, I am going through this portal. Already I have told you what are the facilities are available. These are services, about the services. One is the ETDS and ETCS. ETDS, ETCS. Let us see. So here there is a teen facilitation center. These are the activities carried out by the teen facilitation center has been listed out here, and any related ETDS, ETCS return from deductors and upload them to the teen center system. Actually, just like you are when you are filing the return, it is processed. So in the income tax returns, that has been CPC, exactly here the teen facilitation center will do all the activities, and that is there. The second one is you can also see other facilities which are available. Particularly I am talking about ETDS, ETCS. In ETDS, ETCS, sorry, it's slow actually. Here, when we are going for the ETDS, ETCS, just to see how to go for filing the return. So that is a quarterly return. The quarterly return is again regular return or correction return. So there is a suppose some return you have already filed. Actually, just I'm explaining to you. Once you file the TDS return with all the data related to the deductor, deductee, with the amount and the nature of payment, TDS certificate has been generated, but subsequently it was found that while you are filing, you have given the wrong PAN number of the deductee. So thereby it is not credited to his account. So PAN holder or the deductee requested you to make the changes. So you can go for the correction. So that's why the correction facility is there. And whatever you do, and everything will be done through the actually this RPU, actually return proprietary utility. It is a utility which is available, and the software you have to download. As already I explained to you, I have I will download one file, but I cannot proceed for entering the data because I don't have the TAN number. So by using some TAN, I can just enter, but I cannot utilize it. So before going forward to how to what is quarterly return, what is regularly return, and proprietary utility, just have some 4-5 minutes. One video is there how to file the TDS return. Let us first go through that, and so that it will be easy for you to understand one by one. All the screenshots are there. We can discuss in detail. Just 1 minute.
This video is on how to file income tax return in office.
Sorry, this is the wrongly has come out.
This video is on how to file TDS return in Form 24Q, 26Q, 27Q and 27EQ on the e-filing portal. Form 24Q is applicable for quarterly filing of TDS returns on payments of salary. Form 26Q is applicable for quarterly filing of TDS returns on payments other than salary. Form 27Q is used for quarterly filing of TDS returns on payments other than salary for non-residents. Form 27EQ is applicable for quarterly filing of TCS returns. While mentioning TAN is a must for these forms, except for government deductors, it is mandatory for all other deductors to mention their PAN as well. In order to file TDS and TCS returns on the e-filing portal, you should be registered TAN user on the e-filing portal. The status of your TAN should be active and you must have downloaded Return Preparation Utility from the NSDL portal. There are 2 steps for filing the TDS return. You have to first prepare TDS return in FVU file on NSDL portal and then upload the TDS return, that is the FVU file on the
Friends, just keep this is the very important. Actually, just the 2 forms that is very important for you. Just I am repeating it.
There are 2 steps for filing the TDS return. You have to first prepare TDS return in FVU file on NSDL portal and then upload the TDS return, that is the FVU file on the e-filing portal. Let us first prepare the TDS return FVU file on the NSDL portal. So the step 1 would be go to NSDL portal www.tin-nsdl.com. On the portal, go to the download section, select eTDS or eTCS. Go to quarterly returns and then choose whether it is a regular return or a correction return, and then prepare the TDS return. In order to prepare the return, you can scroll down and then click on the link Return Preparation Utility, download the utility and prepare the TDS return. After having prepared the TDS return, you are required to upload the return on the e-filing portal. Now go on the e-filing portal and log in using your valid TAN. Post login, go to e-file, select income tax forms and then click on File Income Tax Forms. On File Income Tax Forms page, go to Form TDS and click on File Now. Here you are required to select the relevant form between 24Q, 26Q, 27Q and 27EQ. Select the relevant financial year, the quarter, and upload type as regular or correction. Now you are required to attach the zip file and click on Proceed to E-Verify. Please note, if Proceed to E-Verify is not getting enabled even after filling all the mandatory details, please check if your profile is completely updated. Basic details, contact details, key person details, etc. need to be updated mandatorily for the e-verification functionality to get enabled. After filing the TDS return, you are required to check the processing status of your TDS return in View File Form service after 2 days. Please note that if you are selecting correction option, you are required to enter original RRR number and the previous RRR number. On successful verification, your TDS return gets submitted. After having filed the TDS return, we can now check the status of the filed TDS return. Now again go to e-file menu, select income tax forms and then click on View File Forms. You can choose the relevant form and check the life cycle of this particular form. If the status is return is rejected at e-filing, check the rejection reason on clicking View Details and then File TDS return again. In order to file the correction return, you would be requiring RRR number. Click on View to get the RRR number. You can take note of the RRR number, which can be later used for filing a corrected return. Filing your TDS return is very easy. To know more,
Friends, let us once again I will play it in the last, but to give some idea, this has been given because for me it is very utility person is very little to acquire from the portal directly itself. Just I am going to the portal now. Let us see it. Friends, this is the portal. So before going forward for the filing, so I will go to quarterly return, etc. But there is a quarterly return, regularly return. Let us go for the regular. If I will go for the regular, then you download. Just to see here. Okay, and here you see it is showing deductor manual is available. Do what not to do. Different forms are available. Then these are the data structure. So versions are there. Actually, we have to use the latest version. And the very important is this is actually the protein e-tutorial that is available. As already I told you, I cannot utilize the online because my TAN number is not there, but one file I kept so after some time. And there is a return preparatory utility and how to go forward, how to access, and there is a validation utility. But again, I'm telling, if you go for filing online, you can also go RPO and file it. Just I'm downloading the RPO file. Then we can go for the, and when you go for the RPO file, it will show you how to download, how to extract, where to keep, how to file, everything. So that will give you, here you can download. This is the tutorial utility is available. I am uploading it. I think it is available now. I think it is visible to all of you. So, sorry. No. Sorry. Just 1 minute. Friends, this is the utility, and I was showing you the small video where the how to download it has been shown. Just go one by one. We can also go for the page by page. This is the details are there. You can, for your knowledge purpose, you can go to or go all the details. I am not going to it very shortly. I am going. This is the pre-requirement. Actually, this utility, return preparatory utility or RPU, is a Java based platform. It will work, and in which the one utility, but you can go for filing 24Q, 26Q, 27Q, 27EQ, the 4 types of forms that is required, and a regular form, and also you can make the correction. And this is RPU for preparation of a quarterly TDS TCS statements, and you can download it also. Already I downloaded from in the link. You can go for the downloading. So I am not downloading because I may not in a position to work. That's why the download file will be below. It will go for this utility may not be required because once you download it online and filing it, so validation is not required. If you keep in the desktop, then you can go for validation. You can do also validation file is there, and then you go to the page. This is the first page. How to go for? First, you have to log in to the portal. So it is showing that you are going to, by using your TAN, you have entered to the portal. Then you have, you see here the services. The services are related to online PAN verification. Already we discussed. So ETDS, ETCS. So that you click it. Once you click it, then it will come like this. So it is explaining. So protein, NSDL, e-governance, all the details has been given, but we require to download the file. So download RP version and RP UT tutorial. So if ET tutorial is a theory, what I am showing to you. RP version means it will be the live file which will be available. I will show you one live file. I kept it, but since I am not in a position to work in detail, so that's why I am showing this file. Then after that downloading, you have to save it, because once you download it, the file will be downloaded. Once you click it, it will be downloaded, and from download you have to save it. Okay, so click download what you have to save it. So where to save it? Then you have to, once it is coming, you save here. Either you save in a desktop or you save in any other document folder, that file you keep it. But again, I'm telling, this file is a folder form, so that's why you extract it. So you know that if we in a folder number of files are there, so functionality, to make the functionality, you have to extract the entire files. So that's why by right clicking, you will find the zip file will be, this is a zip file actually. The RPU is a zip file. The functionality is zip file. This is the original file in which you will work and upload. So in that case, you extract it. Once you extract it, number of files will come. Just to see, this is one RP file has come out, and if you open the RP file, here you will find number of inbuilt files are there. So when we are going to work, filled up the data. So data generally will be filled up about the deductor, about the deductee, then challan details in which the tax has been deposited. So that three items, three category of items are to be filled up. And nowadays people are using the different softwares, but manually if you want to do, you can go for. And when we extracted the RPU utility zip folder, so zip folder contains a number of sub files, and we have to tick this file TDS RPU. Okay, so you, after clicking the TDS RPU, then what will happen? It will appear like this. Okay, so when it will appear like this, so which form I have to? Already I told it is a common utility. So common utility means I can use this RPU for the filing of 24Q for the salary. I can utilize it for the 26Q, 26Q for other than salary. I can utilize it for filing the TDS return for 26Q for the 27Q for the non-resident and other than salary, because salary non-resident is covered under 24Q, and 27EQ is the TCS. So that I can go for. So assume that I'm going to use 24Q. So if I click 24Q, then it will ask you whether it is regular or it is a correction. So if you already filed a return form, as I was explaining to you, sometimes we put wrong data of the deductee. Let us take, I put a PAN number of the deductee, a wrong PAN. So a wrong PAN means the credit will go to the tax deposited under TDS, will go to the credit of 26 years of the same PAN holder, not the holder in respect of which I deducted. The reason is I put a wrong PAN. So that's why I can make a correction. But I am going for the regular. That's why I have to tick the regular. Okay. And if you already worked in a file, just like your income tax return, and not completed, but you saved it, then you can retrieve that file, or you can go for the new file. So right hand is the new file, left hand is the already you worked. And let I have 1000 TDS category of TDS persons in respect to which deduction made, but I could not in a position to complete 700. It has been completed. Let to take verified. So then I saved it and left it. Today again I am coming to retrieve. Then you retrieve this file, and if not, then you go to the click the correct new file. Then after going to the new file, you see first it will come related to the, already I told you, three related will come. First it will come to the deductor, second will come deductee, third will come challan related, fourth will come other services. So this is the deductor related. So if it's deductor related, so first you open which quarter, first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, because it will be filed quarterly, the first quarter. Then you have to go on filing all the details. You have to put a TAN number. That is the difficulty why I am not in a position to practically do. As I was showing you ITR 1, where I use my PAN card. So I don't have any TAN card. TAN card again I'm telling, it cannot be used by anybody, because a lot of other informations are there. So anyhow, this items you require to fill up. I will show you one live file is there. I will downloaded and kept it. You can also see it. Even if I am not in a position filled up, but I can show you. So these are the data has to be filled up. Again, I'm telling when I put the TAN, many of the data automatically will be reflected, but few data I have to put it. Year I have to put, TAN number I have to put, and then I have to put your TAN number. Sorry, your PAN number also you put. Deductor details you put, name, branch, state name, etc. that you put. Which ministry was. So entire the item number 2 is coming related to the details about the deductor, and this side you will come select the category, which category of deductor, that also you select. Financially you have to specify, and then I think you can go to the next page. So if I go to this data first, I have to fill up, but if you give many data will come as such. The second one will come. These are information you have to put about the GST number details, central or state government. Actually, when the department is deducting, then they are known as PAO, and that details you have to give. Here the DDO details you have to give, DDO code. When that in case of a government, there are number of DDOs are functioning, so all the details are required to be given here. Then next page you have to go for. You see, I was showing you that was covered, but you see, employee, deductor, deductee, and challan. These are the cases where the challan number has to be given. All the challan number you have to put. The particulars of the person responsible for deduction of tax, area code, etc. So these are the informations you will go on putting it. These are the pages where you have to go. Then you have to give the challan details. I will show actually it is serial number, update mode of challan, the section code, TDS, surcharge, education cess, interest, fee, penalty, etc. But I think it is not showing entire other related cases. The right hand side is there. Then the suppose when I am going for filing, so it is no rows are showing. So I have to first go for stating that I have 100%. Let I have 100 challans, so I can put 100 challan. Actually, challan number is very less. It is not be 100, but let I deposited. Let I am using 3 challans. One for the month of April, one for the month of June, May, one for the month of June. So accordingly, also I can go for. So that's why you have to put to how many rows you want to do. To 10 rows or 100 rows. Yes, create a file, save, add rows. So if you want to put more row, then you can add it. It is given, you see the challan details, you can also show. It is showing that challan of 5,000 has been paid to government. Out of 5,000, 2,500 utilized for quarter 1. So 24 Q, but 13, 14. The remaining 2,000 can be utilized for the next quarter. So that's why everything you can accordingly also show the utilization. Here the 4 challans has been used. So when you add it, 4 row has been incorporated. So you go on filing it. Actually, you see what are the informations. First is serial number challan, update mode of the challan, section code, TDS, surcharge, education cess, interest, fee, penalty, latest total tax deposited, total deposited as per challan. If you are making book adjustment, particularly I am talking in case of a government deductor, they are making, because the transaction has been taken in the treasury, so they are making book transaction actually. So that's why you give it. Any other case, check number, date. If you are depositing yourself, then the BSR code. Then all the details will give me. Some more details are there. If you want to by clicking, you have added 10 rows, but actually you need 8 rows. 2 rows you can go for the delete. So you can also mention delete row. You can also go for mention. Here delete row is there. Then you will go for section, which section the challan is deposited, because this challan is very important. So I am filing the return 24Q, the section wise you have to mention which section, 193, 194, 94A, 94B, like this. So it will go for giving all the details. Then you will go to BSR code. Actually the department, sorry, when a challan has been generated, the BSR code is coming out. The BSR code has to be mentioned, and then you have to mention date on which amount deposited, challan serial number. Actually there is a serial number is there, mode of deposit, and book adjustment if that is yes, or otherwise you put no. Interest to be allocated, if that is there, then you can go for allocation. So all these things has to be filled up by you. Then you minor head, which head you put, generally let 200 or 400, the which head it is deposited, that head has to be shown. Then what will happen, you can go for the, this is the actually Voltas challan status inquiry. It will show all the details. Actually I was showing you the challan inquiry details. From there you can go forward, get all the details, BSR code you get, date report you get, challan serial number, measure head, everything you get from there only. So that you download and keep it for the field of. Then is the same, that is the same is continuing. And continuing, just different aspects, book entry, other entry, they are showing it. Then another point is here, challan number will be automatically displayed here. Actually if online deposit is there, then it will have displayed automatically. Number of deducted record to be mapped. Actually very important point is, if I am depositing 5 lakhs in one challan, I have to map these 5 lakhs in respect of who, X, Y, Z, K, L, M, that has to be mapped. So that means if I have deposited 5 lakhs in respect of 20 deductee, so I have to map the deductee. So number of records to be added, the challan number and number of records to be added. That is very important point which you have to do it. Practically if you do, then some more knowledge one will be gathered. This is the same thing, it is continuing. So we'll rather go forward. Item wise you have to go for the details for the purpose enter 10 valid PAN of the deductee. Actually when you are going for giving the data of the deductee, then you have to give each PAN number, because on that basis this is the data related to the deductee details annexed we are discussing. So in that case the row number 1 actually let and then we have to put deductee reference number provided by the deductor and a PAN of the deductee. Then we have to go for mention the name of the deductee, mention the date of which. Actually nowadays what happens, many softwares are available, people are doing it only simple uploading, and automatically it has been taken care. Otherwise you can go for the manually deposit in case of small TDS depositors. And you mentioned the details of TDS such as education cess. Education cess usually very few sections where it is applicable, and then you can go for the total deposit of tax. Then you can go mention the data of tax deducted, that you can go. Actually it is given, you see, if this file you will download, it is very clearly given. Amount field should not be left blank, instead a quote amount is 00. So that means where no amount is there, then you have to put the 00. Suppose I'm telling tax is there, no surcharge, no education, higher education says, health and education says. So in that case you put the 0. So that's why that has to be taken. Similarly other aspect you have to put date of the date of deduction, region of non-deduction, because if there is any declaration given, that region also to fill up, deduct code, whether it is a company or other than company, rate at which deducted, 5%, 10%, 2%, whatever is there, and a certificate number. If the assessee got a non-deduction certificate, just I'm telling, You have in your syllabus, I have gone to 15G, 15H. These are the forms which can be used by the individual and senior citizens for giving a declaration that their income is not exceeding the threshold limit to the deductor. So if that is so, then the deductor will not deduct the tax at source. Another is one can make an application to the department in the form 13 in the section under section 197 for the non-deduction, lower deduction of tax at source. So what happens if the department satisfied that the person who applied and receiving any amount from anywhere or by the some payer, that is not that is the no tax deduction is required, because the if tax will be deducted, it will be more than what is tax payable to him. So if they are satisfied, they can give a certificate regarding the nil certificate, or they can give a lower deduction certificate. Let 10% to deducted, but they can give a lower, that 5% deducted, 2% deducted. So they can give you permission. So that certificate you can produce to the deductor, and the deductor while filing the return, since deducted at a lower rate, will mention here. So that is very important point which you can see. It is given actually tutorial below everything given. So newly added field 26Q 27 reference note that is there, just to go through. Actually this is related to the few cases additional column has been introduced that they are explaining. It is a form of 26Q. 27Q I have talked to non-residential. That is a non-residential case. So they are giving some new field. So whether you are covered under 115 BSC because of the tax purpose. So 100% BSC is the 100% BSC is the new tax regime or the old tax regime, and EUQ it is given the same, because these are the additional field has been given. ECQ is the case of the EQ is the case of the TCSA. So these are the cases it is given. Then Annex 2 of the application, Annex 2, that is salary. This is the deductive details. This is the Annex 2 is the salary details. So click here to insert rows. You have gone for inserting rows. Number of rows you have to mention. Similarly, you have to enter the number of rows. If there is the extra row you entered and then you want to delete, you can delete it. Then you go for giving all the details of the that details, enter the PAN number, and then you can go for the deductive type for the woman, senior citizen. Actually, woman is not at present, because previously there is a special rate was applicable. That's why. In addition to the salary details, here you can go for enter the details of data on the salary. That is, this is just a date from which employer with the current employer. All the details are there. I'm not going through in detail. So once you can also utilize this one. Other services, that is one there, standard deduction. That means all the details of the salary will be given. What is your details of salary? What is the standard deduction? What are the exemptions you availed? What are the and new tax regime? You know that no deduction is there except a standard deduction. All the details of the ETC, 80CCC, it is for the old regime. So that's why the details has to be given. These are the table you see. Sorry, chapter 6 details. It is given here. Total deduction, how much tax, total taxable income, tax payable, surcharge, health, education cess, because it is not accommodated in one, so it is giving repeated. So then your income tax on total income, surcharge, health and education cess, income tax relief if you get, net tax liability, total tax deducted, reported amount. So all the details you have to give it in the format. So these are the cases, whatever is there, you can go for filing it. Then we will go quickly. So these are the salary details you are giving, annexure 2, all the salary details you are giving. You see how much row are there, 115 BSc or BSc 1A, old regime, new regime, that has to be specified, because according to the TDS is to be only relevant one I will tell. Then you go for the successful validation. So you will make a validation. So after making validation, this is the file you are uploading. Validation is very important point of view. So then this is the after validation, after uploading, then the video I was showing you, you can go for. Similarly, you can go for the correction. So two parts I was telling, regular and a correction. This is the correction. And this is the which file you want to correct, it is given. So similar process, you have to go select it and go for the correction. So both facilities are available, and when you are going for correction, which row, because you may not require to make a correction of every deductee. So only respect of which deductee you want to make correction, select it. To update the PAN update of the deductee details, select appropriate option. So accordingly you go for. I filed the 100% deductee TDS incorporated in the return, but I want to make a changes of 5. So only 5 I have to go for. So this file you can download and go through it. It can give you very input how to go forward with the changes. And here is the challan, everything has been given here. You can import the challan and import. Actually, there is a CSI file is required to be reported. So now question is, unless you do practically, because TAN cannot be utilized, so I could not in a position to give you. But this is the generally the RPU which you see can give some idea. Once you practically you are working by using somebody's TAN with the incorporating, then you can become a master on that. But again, I'm telling, I'm showing one practical. I'm sharing one file which I kept to give some more data on that. Let's see. Then say, you just see this file. I am omitting it. This I am omitting. Actually, I should not use, but I am omitting it. This is showing you which quarter, because if I will give a 24, 25, because you cannot take, because already the period is over. So I am just using the, yes, you see it will show 4 quarters. Since I'm using the 2025-26, so I am using only 1 quarter. Okay, I'm putting a TAN, just you see, I'm putting a TAN of somebody, BBNN 121Q. Actually, I may not have the password, but I am putting it to have the some information on that. So you see the TAN number is 4, 10 digit PAN number. Okay. Then tax deduction collection account number, if we there, tax deduction collection account number 10. Last tax deduction, if you there, you can put it. Permanent account number, you have to put it. Here it will not allow you, because either you put this one or put this one. And a permanent account number you have to put, because it will not, I do not know the permanent account number this 10, and I do not know which 10 this one, just I put it. Okay. Update deducted details. The moment you update it, all the particulars will be reflected. Only if it change in the deductors detail. If there is change, you can also make the changes. Type of deductor, it is showing what the government, state government, central government, autonomous body, company, branch, association, person, body of individual, or firm, who is deducting. Later I am taking company I'm talking company. Then company details will come here. Branch, division, registration number, flat number, all the details has been coming, and I have filled up it. Then you go to the challan details. Again, I'm telling the challan details. You have to BSR code you have to put through, otherwise it will not take. Come to the beginning. Already I told I'm deleting all the rows. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm releasing 4 rows. 3 rows I'm deleting. That will take. Delete rows. Only last challan can be deleted. Okay, one has been deleted. So here you see when challan is coming, you have to mention here. So the details of challan you have to go for. TDS, I put it, what is the figure, TDS, first charge is not there, 5 rupees I put. Just show it. It will show total amount. Then you have to BSR code you have to put. Let BSR code, when you deposit the challan, a code will come, and that BSR code you have to put here, because I don't have any BSR code. You can put any bank's BSR code also, but it will not work properly. Let I am putting 00004329. So I put the BSR code. Then you got date on which the deposit amount to challan that you put. You see, these are amount has to be put to challan serial number, DDO serial number. That is not applicable to a company. Mode of deposit with the book adjustment I was telling you. You just recall the RPU which I was showing. Interest to be attributed, others. Minor head which head 200 I have kept. Then your challan balance. Balance means already I told you, because challan balance as per consolidated file. So that has to be taken. Then you go to the deductee. These are the deductee details you have to put. Then that has to be gone for the validation. Actually, you see, these are different services also available. Here also you can go for making online PAN verification. Suppose sometimes while I am filing my return, I found the PAN number of the deductee is not seems to be correct, or whether it existence or not, I can go for the verification also. Okay. Let us see any video is available. I can show you how to go for online verification of PAN. Okay. So these are details have been given. Already apply PAN, already we discussed. Quarterly statement status also. When you fill up, we will see what is there. Let us see it. Actually not possible, because if I will not go for putting the PAN, then I may not in a position to enter. So once I filed what is the status of PAN, if I want to see, I cannot see it. The reason is already I told you, I cannot go or I cannot enter to that. It may not be available. Okay. So these are the way of doing the filing the return of the TDS and the TCS also. So you can go and see all the details of the forms and go forward. So let us once again, I am playing the that video which I was showing to you, how to file a TDS return form. That also I am showing to you. That I am linking it. This file I am disconnecting. So whatever to some extent I try to explain, just once again recall with this video.
This video is on how to file TDS return in Form 24Q, 26Q, 27Q and 27EQ on the e-filing portal. Form 24Q is applicable for quarterly filing of TDS returns on payments of salary. Form 26Q is applicable for quarterly filing of TDS returns on payments other than salary. Form 27Q is used for quarterly filing of TDS returns on payments other than salary for non-residents. Form 27EQ is applicable for quarterly filing of TCS returns. While mentioning TAN is a must for these forms, except for government deductors, it is mandatory for all other deductors to mention their PAN as well. In order to file TDS and TCS returns on the e-filing portal, you should be registered TAN user on the e-filing portal. The status of your TAN should be active and you must have downloaded Return Preparation Utility from the NSDL portal. There are two steps for filing the TDS return. You have to first prepare TDS return in FVU file on NSDL portal and then upload the TDS return, that is the FVU file, on the e-filing portal. Let us first prepare the TDS return.
FVU is the file validation utility, and since you the RPU return preparatory utility we are utilizing, so it is available in the portal. That's why it is showing the step to prepare the TDS return FVU on NSDL portal.
FVU file on the NSDL portal. So the step 1 would be go to NSDL portal www.tin-nsdl.com. On the portal, go to the download section, select eTDS or eTCS, go to quarterly returns and then choose whether it is a regular return or a correction return and then prepare the TDS return. In order to prepare the return, you can scroll down and then click on the link Return Preparation Utility, download the utility and prepare the TDS return. After having prepared the TDS return, you are required to upload the return on the e-filing portal. Now go on the e-filing portal and log in using your valid TAN. Post login, go to e-file, select income tax forms and then click on file income tax forms.
Friends, it is income tax forms, not income tax return forms. Okay, so that's why it is the income tax forms. There are different types of forms. I was showing you 10E form, similarly TDS form.
On file income tax forms page, go to form TDS and click on file now. Here you are required to select the relevant form between 24Q, 26Q, 27Q and 27EQ. Select the relevant financial year, the quarter and upload type as regular or correction. Now you are required to attach the zip file and click on proceed to e-verify. Please note, if proceed to e-verify is not getting enabled even after filling all the mandatory details, please check if your profile is completely updated. Basic details, contact details, key person details, etc. need to be updated mandatorily for the e-verification functionality to get enabled. After filing the TDS return, you are required to check the processing status of your TDS return in View File Form service after 2 days. Please note that if you are selecting correction option, you are required to enter original RRR number and the previous RRR number. On successful verification, your TDS return gets submitted. After having filed the TDS return, we can now check the status of the filed TDS return. Now again go to e-file menu, select income tax forms and then click on view file forms. You can choose the relevant form and check the life cycle of this particular form. If the status is return is rejected at e-filing, check the rejection reason on clicking view details and then file TDS return again. In order to file the correction return, you would be requiring RRR number. Click on view to get the RRR number. You can take note of the RRR number which can be later used for filing a corrected return. Filing your TDS return is very easy. To know more, you can visit our website www.in.
Friends, I will just take up any question is there or not. So thank you very much. Today actually I have one seminar, so I have to go to attend it. Now already we reached 5:58, so it is around 6. So once again I am telling, because if you I'm giving it. I'm going to the chat box. I'm giving my mobile number. If anybody has any doubt, they can also directly talk to me. 933-871-5432. Just I'm giving. So anybody have any doubt, they can also ask me. Thank you very much. So I'm leaving today. We can again meet for some other class.
Okay, thank you, sir.